The Ice Empress Moira skin is back, and today we're going to be deciding if the skin is worth it or not. So right now there is an Ice Empress bundle that contains the skin, a victory pose, this voice line,
absolute zero,
and a spray. But anyways, this skin would normally go for 1900 since it is a legendary skin. And so anyways, let's check this thing out in our inventory. So let's take a look at the face. The first thing I want to point out is this cool little brows up here. She actually has like normal eyebrows on, but she has these cool little ice spikes on the top of her, like right beneath the crown on top of her eyes, that kind of make it look like a very emphasized ice eyebrows. And that's honestly very cool. She actually has whited out lips, kind of like ice on her left eye. So looking at it from this way, she actually has a gigantic ice patch on it. That is phenomenal. She has an ice crown with a little blue gem in the middle. Her hair is whited out. Phenomenal. We have these purple tubes that actually change color from purple to yellow depending on what you're doing, like if you're using your ult, kind of that stuff. But we do have the purple, and honestly it really fits the color scheme in my opinion. It really just adds a nice little splash of color to it. But on her shoulders we have these cool little shoulder pads with ice spikes coming out of it. Her dress has this nice white blue color, so it's like a really light blue with some white aspects to it, and it has the silver ornate details all throughout it. The sleeves are nothing but like snow, so if you look at it really close, and we'll be able to look at it a lot closer in a minute, but it really has this snowball texture to it. So it's not just a plain white cloth, it has a little bit of like snowball texture to it, which is amazing in my opinion. We have this cool little gold ornate detail along the sleeves of it as well. And we have some really cool fingernails. So like these, she actually has just painted blue nails. And this is the arm that is like kind of corrupted and kind of dying pretty much. Evil hand, she actually has some blue ice veins through there. And she has gigantic blue icy fingernails, like claws almost. She has this goat fur actually surrounding her as a belt, a giant blue gemstone right here in the middle, two other little gemstones hanging right there, a little loincloth with blue accents on it with that snowball texture and those little silver ornate details. Her little cape that goes all the way down. Again, it has the little blue gem on it, some more little details and some little ruffles at the bottom, kind of like feathers almost. On her back, she actually has this cool little like ice statue almost. It kind of looks like an angel because these look like wings going out from the outside of this statue. Very, very cool. Some more wings on the bottom and a gigantic ice spike on the very bottom. And lastly, let's talk about these legs. She kind of just has like little tights on that kind of, that's what it looks like to me with that. It looks a little darker blue under here, and it might just be because of the shadow. But we do have some more of that ornate details going down, some more goat fur, and she has really pointy shoes at the bottom. So now that we've looked at that, let's go over some emotes. We have give and take. How amusing. Boo. Rope pull. At your service. Come here. Face palm. Waiting. And finally, dance. Up next we have the victory poses. We have orbs, prim, steepling, pumpkin, toast, the lion roars, Erlenmeyer, ponder, and finally the medal. And lastly, let's go over these highlight intros. We have the vanishing act, coalescence, transformation, and finally serve. And now that we've gone through all those, let's take a look at these golden weapons. And basically, it just turns her fingernails gold in this little gauntlet thing. But anyways, let's look at this. Okay, honestly, very interesting. I feel like this doesn't have any flavor to it. Before, the gold is, you can't even tell it's there. So having the gold on there actually makes it look a little bit better in my opinion. Except for these fingers, it does look a little weird with them being blue and then it just ending. It kind of loses that effect, but on this hand it looks perfect. I really like the gauntlet stuff as well. All right, let's check out this highlight animated intro for Moira with the skin. Look at that. And here's what I was talking about. You can actually see that snowball effect on the sleeves right there. It actually sparkles as well, which is pretty cool. I really like the eyeballs as well. It's very hard to notice unless you're like literally up in her face, but one eye is blue, one eye is red. You know, I really wish they would have maybe gone with like a different color eye scheme, considering that there's no red on the skin at all. I don't know, maybe some blues? But other than that, this looks so super duper cool up close. Absolutely adore it. But anyways, let's get in the game and check out this first person mode. So obviously, let's go ahead and let's take a look at this right arm that you can actually see when she's actually trying to suck stuff out of people. We have those cool little ice spikes on there. You can see the purple actually flowing downward, actually sucking in, which is really cool. You can actually see those like little claws on her right hand right there with the metal finger. Oh, that is so cool. You can see where it's starting to like frostbite her fingers. She has like actual claws right there on that hand. Look at that melee. Nice. And then with the healing hand, it's just normal, just fingertips, blue fingernails. You know, just pretty interesting like that. Here's what it looks like when we actually have the orbs out. That is the harm orb. Again, this is health. This is our damage. And here is the health orb. Nice. Here's what high looks like. He uses that hand.
Hello there.
Dang, look at that. And then the melee right there as well. So let's check out this ult real quick. Surrender to my will. And anyways, yeah, so there's nothing new about this, but you do see the right hand actually freaking out right there. It looks actually really cool. So anyways, now that we've gone through basically her entire kit, let's talk about this skin. Negatives first. You know, I really wish that the gold would have looked a little bit better. Like, I know it's a Moira skin, and the Moira skin is probably the worst golden thing in the entire game because it's literally just her fingernails pretty much. But, you know, there's no unique voice lines. There really isn't too much flair when it comes to the body of the skin. But, you know, I really don't have that many complaints for this skin because there really are not that many good Moira skins. There's about 3 good Moira skins, and this is one of them. Positives, I really love the ice theme. I've always said that Overwatch gets ice stuff done right. Like, I love the ice crown. I love that this, like, the clothes have that little, you can't tell it's there unless you're right on top of it, but it has this, like a snowball effect to it. It shimmers and shines. Like, that's such a unique detail that you would never even notice. But there it is. There's your little Easter egg for the skin. I really just love like the blues all around the skin. I really just think that this skin is very, very well put together in my opinion. And because of that, I'm gonna have to give this skin, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. It is a very good Moira skin, and I do think that this skin is gonna be worth it, especially since there are so many bad Moira skins. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will see y'all later.